Hey, it's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Today's the 21st February. If you were here, you'd swear it's spring. It smells like spring, looks like spring, feels like it, but it ain't. It ain't spring yet. It's still February. And pig sales are going through the roof. I don't know what it is, but I have all these women wanting to buy bred gilts from me. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is something that, a subject that I broached some time ago. And, we felt as though we were going to close the farm and go and do something else. There was other things that we wanted to do, and, shrimp boat captain and things like that. But through a chain of events, I realized that the farm is an excellent training tool. I'm a veteran, and there's lots of veterans that could use help transitioning into other career fields, and the farm is an excellent tool to do that. So anyone can farm will be going in the direction of bringing veterans onto the farm. And how we were going to do that was something we had to wait and see what came. And this is what we've come up with so far. I want to do this as quickly as I can. It's going to be a three-prong approach. We're going to have the base farm, and that's here. I'm going to have 4 or 5 people staying here starting about April 1st. All right. Their function is going to be to learn how this works, how this whole farm works together. We have all these different functions going on here, and they all dovetail together. This is how traditional farming is done. Those 4 or 5 individuals will stay here in residence. They'll stay at the dormitory. They'll live here, and it's an undetermined amount of time, but I am sure it will be at least the summer, because you have to learn startup and then close down at the end of the summer. Those people are going to be trained to backfill me, to do what I do. All right. The second prong of this is going to be I don't know exactly what I'm going to call it yet. Okay, so we're going to have a mobility section, I guess, to where when we need to go to a different location, we're able to, at a moment's notice, drop what we're doing, because we'll have people here, and go. If somebody needs help someplace, we can go. All right. And that could be for consulting, or problems, or anything like that. But Jill and I will be able to go, or just me, or if it's a consulting deal, one of these guys that we're training and have learned this, they'll be able to just go. So, and I'm not exactly sure what we'll be doing there, but I just know there's a lot of need out there. I've had lots of phone calls of vets that think that they'd like to do what we do, and if I can help them do that, I'm going to any way I can. So I'm going to have the ability to drop what I'm doing and go to them very quickly. So that will be the second prong of this. The third prong has already taken off. It's going to be what's called field training. In the service, it's called a field training detachment, FTD. Or maybe we'll just call it FTD. But what that is where we have a schedule, and we've already started to build this schedule, to where other farms throughout the United States, I guess, Alaska, may say, hey, we'd like to have you come out and do a training. And we say, okay, this is what it's going to cost per day for the training. And we've got a price for that. It's going to be $500 per day if we're there. Whatever we're teaching, it could be charcuterie, it could be pasture poultry, it could be fencing, it could be water distribution, it could be ponds, it could be fish. Any of the stuff that we do, it'll be $500 a day. Now, the gaining farm might say, hey, I'm going to get 10 people and to come to this training, and I'm going to charge them $50 a piece, and that will cover Baker's coming out to teach it. And we draw a pretty good crowd, so I think you could get more than 10. But the math is there, and it will work for folks. And for us to leave and go mobile and do trainings like that, that's works for us really well. We can take care of what we need to take care of very well at that price. So if we're going to do a charcuterie class, nose to tail, and it's a 3-day class, it'd be $1,500, and you can charge the people that want to come to it accordingly. And I've already got 6 trainings on the schedule for this coming year. So people want this and they need this to learn this. Again, our goal is to spread this to as many people as we possibly can. Okay, so those are the 3 prongs right there. There's a lot that we don't know yet, like as far as putting 4 or 5 guys up here for a year. Where the funding for that's going to come, I don't know. Some of these guys have veterans benefits, but I don't know if we can access them or not because we're not like certified or whatever. I don't know about that yet. We're talking with people about that, but I think that the feeling I'm getting is we want to go nonprofit, which we've already turned the paperwork in for that. So it's 501c3, and there was a lot of discussion about that. And stay private. Stay private. I think that would be the best route, although I'm not sure at this point. But I do know that we have the dormitory sitting over there. Okay, low battery. We do have propane in the tank, and we have plenty of animals here to butcher, and there's plenty of food in the pantry. So I do know that we can start. I do know that much, and we are going to. I'm not going to wait for anybody on this. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm going to do it. As things go on and there are needs, I will put that out there. Now, this is going to be base farm here. But what the plan is that this will be a template for other operations like this. And we should be able to set them up, wherever we can find farmland to set them up. So the guys that are going to be backfilling me on base farm, we're grooming them for farm management positions in other places that will do the same function, that will help transition vets and train. This is not just for veterans. The guys that are in residence here, they will be veterans. But as far as the trainings go on the weekends that we've always done, we're going to double our schedule this year. The training will be done by me and these guys that are backfilling me because I'm training them to train. But those classes are open to anybody, and we really encourage you to come to these classes and just put these skills in your toolbox, in your survival toolbox, because these are things that you need to know. I mean, a chicken's good, but if you can't process it and get it to a point where you can eat it, it's not much good. So these are the things that we're going to learn, and fencing is a big one. We can spend a lot of time on teaching people how to fence. If you can't contain your animals, you're not really farming. Okay, I'm going to keep this short, so that's what I got from here. This is Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Remember, anyone can farm.